return to the way things used to be, as far as the conditioning and everything.
Yeah, thanks. Trey, you want to answer that one?
Yeah, I got you, Coach. I mean, I feel like it's going to make us twice as in our bond in the playoffs when we need each other the most.
Recording in progress.
So I feel like getting that time back together and being able to build that bond and still get those workouts in, and everybody that all the new people coming in, the young guys that are going to have to step up into big roles, I feel like that makes us closer and gives them a chance to learn the system, how all five of us know it like the back of our hand.
Anybody else? No, I mean, I think it was good. He's right. Like, we just didn't get a chance. Last year we just jumped in and started playing. And we had a veteran football team, and I think that's one of the reasons why we were able to be so good. But there are a lot of things that you miss on that you can't build. And I can tell you what, this summer we had a phenomenal chance to continue to grow together and leave spring. So I'm excited. I think we've built the kind of conditioning that it's going to take to go deep into the playoffs. I think that's another issue. And, we understand that this is a marathon, not a sprint. And I'm excited about our group. I'm excited about our seniors and the leadership they bring. But we know it's going to be a tall, tough test. And but we're excited for the opportunity.
I'll jump in here and ask a question. Jack Williams from the Tallahassee Democrat. Question here mainly for the seniors. You guys have really been, throughout your entire career, abundant in that state Final Four game. And one year, getting into that championship game, I guess this being your guys' final season and knowing a lot of that championship experience, as coaches mentioned, you guys have played in those big games. Do you guys feel hungrier that this is your last year and going there so many times?
Definitely. I feel like we got a great chance to win it, just like you said, with the experience we have together as a team. And just building them young guys up and being able to teach them the culture that we've known for so long, I feel like we have a good chance of getting back there and finally getting over that hump.
To be in the last ride, I mean, you really want it. You don't get any more chances after this. So.
You got nothing, KJ?
No, I'm good. Y'all basically said everything. It's a hungry group, that's for sure.
I guess a follow-up to that, if it's cool. I guess how have you guys been using that hunger, within, conditioning this summer?
I feel like we're just not getting complacent. I've been gone for a little bit, but I've been in touch with the team and stuff like that. And the main thing is just not getting complacent. I mean, last year's team was last year's team. The year before that, the state runner-up was that year's team. So, I mean, we can't worry about what we did in the past. I mean, it helps with the experience, but, I mean, we're up now, and we just want to take as much advantage of it as possible.
Anybody has any other questions for Florida High football?
You got a lot of the big boys up here today. Is that an indication of some Smash Mouth football to come, or tell us a little bit about the outlook and what these guys bring to the table for you?
Yeah, I think everybody knows that we're awfully versatile in the things that we try to do. I certainly think that we can run the ball. With the guys that we have up front, we have 5 seniors on the offensive line coming back. We've got Taylor's powerful running back there is, I think, in the state. But we've also got a team and a group of receivers and quarterbacks that can absolutely spread the ball around. So, I think we'll continue to do the things that we've always done and try to be as balanced as we can, and then we'll take it week by week on how we want to attack each opponent. But like I said, more than anything, I think it's just an outstanding group of guys that are going to take it 1 week at a time. Wins pile up, or if we have a disappointing loss, we're a culture and a program that's about championships, and then we have to do the things that it takes to get there. So they've worked extremely hard, and I'm excited for them.
And I guess as a follow-up, I guess I'll throw this to Trey, and then if Coach, if you want to jump in. We've seen over the last recent history for Florida High that going into the second year or third year, depending on how long the quarterback's been in the system, really make some strides in this Florida High offense. Are you feeling a little bit more confident going into this year, and what has you excited to kind of jumpstart things here offensively?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I feel with this being my fourth year running the offense, I feel you can't ask for anything else. Being able to make checks and having that trust from Coach Hickman to see what I see on the field from my perspective and let him see what he sees on the sideline from his perspective and in the box, it's different. So him just having that trust in me to make those checks, make those plays that I make and that my teammates help me make, I feel like that helps us a lot.
Yeah, no, he's 100% right, and I think he said it almost backwards. It's really good for me to be able to listen to him and see what he sees from his perspective and trust him. And again, he's been doing this for a long time, but you're right. Every time you get a chance to come back, you're that much better. What Trey was able to do last year from throwing the ball for about 1,800 yards and then rushing 1,000 and really in a shortened season was outstanding. But he had a lot of guys around him, too, that did a remarkable job. And so, I've got two linemen here that make a lot of calls up front that are very verbal. You can trust those guys when they talk about what they see. And then again, we just got a bunch of guys that really gel well together, very unselfish. So, but yeah, I think just his command of the offense coming back, he doesn't have to think anymore. He's simply just reacting and really getting everybody going. So that's a nice advantage we think we have.
Very cool. Thanks, guys. That's all I got.
Thank you.
Okay, any further questions for Florida High football? Okay, if there are no other questions for Florida High football, we definitely want to thank Coach Jerry Hickman for joining us. Coach, thank you for helping us kick this thing off right. And definitely to your student athletes, good luck to you guys this season. We're going to take a short 2-minute break while we get our next participants on, and going by the schedule. That should be Colby Roberts and the Osceola Christian Warriors. So we're going to take a short 2-minute break, and we'll be back in a few moments. Thank you, Coach Hickman. We appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for all you do.
Okay, everybody, we're going to get over and get started again. We are now going to be joined by the we want to make sure that we leave enough the Osceola Christian Warriors and head coach.
Yes, I'll introduce the players we have with us today. Start with Hyman. On the end, we have Gabe Gammalero, who's going to be playing some receiver for us as well. So we're coming into this year with a young team. Last year, in the entirety of their varsity career, had only lost 3 regular season games combined. So we graduated 9 seniors, and all of them started both ways. So very young and inexperienced coming into this year. But the kids, we have 29 full-time varsity players, which is the most. We've only had over 20 players 3 other times during my tenure here as head coach. So kids are coming out. They're excited about football again. So have plenty of opportunities to play with that many holes due to graduation. Like I said, the kids have been working really hard this off season. Had a good spring, and we're looking to build off of that. We're expecting some growing pains this year, but that comes with anybody when you have a young team like.
Okay, Coach, go ahead and jump in.
Hey, Coach, it's Ryan Kelly from WCTV. I know injuries sometimes were a problem for you guys down the stretch last season. To have so many numbers turning out, and how confident does that make you to have some depth later on in the year when the attrition starts piling up?
Yeah. Ryan, how you doing, buddy? Good to hear from you. Like you said, that's small school football, and injuries is always a big facet of what we do. People oftentimes ask me, in the local community, how's it looking this year? And I always say it depends on injuries. Unfortunately, towards the end of the last season. So I said we have plenty of holes to fill.
And a question for you guys, Coach said it's the winningest program or the winningest class in Warriors history. You are having to step up into starter roles now. Just, how much
here and experience this year? He's been in the program since 8th grade. So again, this is
Okay, Coach, I had a chance. I typically try to check in with you guys at least once a year. One of the funnest places of football in all of North Florida to watch city will be low numbers. Talk to me just about what you've tried to build, even though your intake with the major factor alongside just being gaining relations with some of your guys. And I know you have a lot of kids that play multiple sports. So just talk to me about the culture of your program.
Yeah, it's a lot of special teams. They don't come off the field, so conditioning is a big part of what we do. We'll be the most conditioned team on the field.